Are we ready to begin? Sir? Shall we? Pardon? Yeah. Or you can come over here. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me begin with a question. AI is evolving every day, but are we evolving with it? Because the real challenge is not the access of technology, I believe. It is readiness. How ready you are as a society, as a nation, everyone. Let me begin with a question. AI is evolving every day, but are we evolving with it? Because the real challenge is not. Should I start again? Again, from continue करूँगी पहले से? Okay. So as I have said, it is not about technology. It is about how ready we are as a society, as a nation, as a student, various stakeholders are getting impacted by artificial intelligence. First and foremost, it is really my privilege to welcome you all to this session jointly organized by the Bairamji Jijiboy College of Commerce and Akbar Peerboy College of Commerce. Our theme, Atmanirbhar Bharat, in the age of AI, enhancing productivity and employability to become, self-reliant. And it is not just about technology, to be very honest. As I have said, it is about capability, it is about adaptability, and once again, future readiness, how our generation is going to be ready from here onwards. So as envisioned by our Prime Minister of Bharat, Narendra Modi ji, Atmanirbhar Bharat is about building confidence and self-sufficiency. And in the today's world, if I have to see so, confidence is being built when you really understand and use effectively artificial intelligence. And to discuss and have a dialogue on that aspect, we have wonderful and exceptional panelists over here. Let me introduce our first panelist. It is my distinct honor to welcome our first panelist, a highly accomplished, insightful, and forward-thinking academician whose work really continues to inspire innovation and excellence. Please welcome Dr. Ashfaq Ahmad Khan. I'm delighted to introduce our next panelist, a dynamic, visionary, and deeply knowledgeable expert known for their impactful contributions to the field. Please welcome Dr. Jinal Shah. Also, we are privileged to have with us a renowned, articulate, and research-driven professional whose expertise adds immense value to today's discussion, Dr. Pankaj Pandagale, sir. Well, now the forum is open. It is really, what should I say? I would like to start with a very quick opening thought from each one of you. How do you see AI reshaping employability in India today?
So let us look at first the theme of this panel discussion where we're talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. We're talking about self-reliance, but not in isolation. We're talking about standing on our own feet strategically. We're talking about strategic independence. Now with this new variable that has got added in our lives, personal and professional lives, this variable of artificial intelligence. what is going to happen is the scale at which things are going to change, innovate, is going to be very, very fast. And somewhere we have to learn to catch up that speed. So I do teach the subject of product management to our MBA students. And over there we do discuss about scaling up and prototyping, and now with AI, everything is going to be so fast. You don't need developers, you don't need coders. Even a commerce graduate, even an art student can build up a website and can do the coding and build an app. So as I was traveling today, I was thinking about that if I have to share my some thoughts on this particular topic of startup India, AI, and Atmanirbhar Bharat. I would like to share one acronym with all of you, where the startup acronym is solve real customer problems, solve real customer needs, understand user minds. When I talk about T, I'm saying that track unit economics and not chase valuation. When I say R, I'm talking about raise smart capital. When I say T again, I'm talking about trust and transparency. We have so many news that a lot of startups, a lot of businesses that raised finance and then they have they shut down, or there's a company called as Blue Smart where they utilize people's funds and then they have kind of splurge on their own personal gains. Moving forward to the companies where we talk about you understanding the market, understanding the change, pivoting quickly, fast, being agile. And last is being, having perseverance, being persistent, having that staying power. So with so many changes, with so many geopolitical tensions with AI, all that we have to do is we have to learn fast, fail fast, and get up and move on. So this is something that I would like to share. Sir,
That's really
Thank you. During both the discussion, a very short of time. One whole focus will be on actually not an artificial, but actual. It's an artificial intelligence. But I am talking about actual intelligence, application of actual intelligence, where we have failed to implement this. We are not. I'll be talking about not about abroad countries or like diamonds and all. I'll be talking about those stores available at the footpath. Because majority cases you find, my students, I don't have extra knowledge is very common in Bombay. I have middle and lower middle classes in Bombay. More, I'll be talking about in general population, where we are affected, how we are affected, and where we are being neglected by, see, we discussed that Atmanirbhar Bharat. Like, very commonly, elections are going on in some couple of states. And when these elections they come across, they say, voter के हाथ में ताकत है. I'm very sorry, voter के हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं, सिर्फ आपको कार्ड है उसके हाथ. कोई ताकत system में. So what the system is playing with us, just giving us the slogan, where we are playing with the slogan, Atmanirbhar Bharat, neglecting it. See, the one simple example I'll ask. Anyone stand, and I'll give it. I'm not boasting about myself, I have money, but just for the sake of example, where I will not be giving you the 10,000 rupees. Anyone stand and let me know, कि आपके घर में Chinese product नहीं है, मैं 10,000 रुपए दूंगा. पढ़ा होगा कोई भी, वो बच्चे पीछे बैठे, उसमें से भी कोई भी बोल सकता है. Anyone stand up and tell me कि मेरे घर में Chinese product नहीं है, I'll give you 10,000 rupees. This everybody's house is having 10,000 rupees. This is Atmanirbhar. Whether every product, whether every house, whether from Bandra East or Bandra West, nobody's spare. Every house Chinese products are available. How they have never bothered? Where we have gone wrong? एक घर के अंदर Chinese product है. But what is our potential? I tell you, हम decide करते हैं करना है तो हम करके दिखाते हैं. I'll give an example, simple example. Bandra East and West, because my college is there. Bandra West, Carter Road, we have got dog park. करना है तो we are showing you कि हम कुत्ते के लिए भी पार्क बना सकते हैं. नहीं करना है, just 2 kilometers Bandra East, where you don't have basic things like washrooms and all for children. So have you confident about that?
Can we bring in Pankaj sir to have a quick thoughts on?
Good afternoon to all. Self-reliance, whenever we will talk about the self-reliance, so we will think about our students, And our students, whether they are self-reliant, whether they are doing this particular PG, UG, and such type of education they are taking. And this type of education, whether we are providing such kinds of output to the corporate, if they can do the job employability, whether this particular product which is used for our corporate sector or not. Such way we have to think about. Now, our topic is Atmanirbhar in the era of AI. Now, whenever we will see about the 80s and 90s, that time, History of China out of India, they introduced the computer subjects, IT subjects. That time, students were opposed and some resistance going on. They don't want the computer. This is that CA, just they can do the only accountancy. Why we introduce computer and IT? Such type of arguments they were conducting. Then after that, we see that nowadays, without IT technology, CA cannot do the audit, CA cannot do the accountancy. IT sector, it is a one type of transformation. We are using the Tally, ERP, even the GST bills, these kinds of software we are using nowadays. And it is a one type of transformation. And AI also one of the transformation. Now, computers we are using, softwares we are using, and one more we have to adopt, that is AI. And once you adopt the AI, and some says that we are losing certain jobs, but I'm not thinking about the losing of the jobs because of the computer. We accepted the computers in the 80s and 2000 that time. Many students, many people they are focused on the jobs, but right now you have to accept the AI and what kinds of job model that you have to focus.
Okay,
We can
let's
go more.
okay, am I audible? Okay, so let's address the ground reality, to be very honest. What is happening is, please correct me if I'm wrong. And first, I need to understand from you guys that what really employable means to you when it is being said that, you know, AI is occupying the minds, occupying the society, in fact, the world. So generally, what generally employable stands for in the AI-driven world? What is the ground reality? Jinal ma'am? Why do companies generally feel that, okay, the graduates that we are producing at the institution level, they are not up to the mark?
So let me answer these two questions that you're trying to say. First, I will focus on the later question that you said, that why does industry feel that our graduates are not competent enough or not employable enough? Somewhere, academia has to learn to upgrade, update. We cannot run the same theories, the same models that we've been teaching for last 20, 30 years. So in a lot of our classes, if we bring Porter's theory, okay, which was given almost 40 years ago, students are asked, why are we doing this in 2026? Is it even relevant? So I think we have very competent academicians, we have very good teachers. Somewhere they need to be encouraged to develop their own frameworks, their own models. And India is a fertile ground for innovation, for jugaad, for businesses, small as well as big. I think it is enough that we copy the West model or the Western theories. We ourselves should focus on doing meaningful research, industry applicable research, involve our students over there, make them work for live projects. I have a personal belief that gone are those days where a 3-year or a 4-year undergrad degree or a 2-year postgraduate degree can be taught only in the class. We should send students for 6 months internship. Let them go and learn. At the same time, we should also send our teachers for at least 2 months in a year to work with a company, to shadow the business, entrepreneurs, founders, managers, to see what are the new changes that are coming, so that the teachers can bring that relevant knowledge in the class. It's all about skill building. Gone are those theories are not going to work. So that was as far as the first question is concerned. Now, when it comes to AI, AI has democratized knowledge. AI has given us access to all the information, to all the answers. So it has kind of created a level playing field for everyone. Now you cannot say that, oh, I belong to a have not category or I belong to a have category. Irrespective of that, if you have a true intent, if you have a passion, with the help of AI, you can learn, you can build businesses. So I think it's more of a boon. It's more of a productivity. The faster we adopt, the faster we will be able to move on. And it's not just about using those tools. It's now building businesses based on those tools. AI will never be able to replace teachers or managers. All that we have to do is start asking good questions. Start asking good questions today.
Great, great. Can we bring in Ashwak sir to bring some views?
Sir, see, we are in a classroom. Principal office is there, staff room is there, and students. If these all three are not connected, we face a lot of problem. But we try to see in the college that they are all connected. Whatever principal is making the policies, they are in the interest of the staff and the students and the interest of the management. Unfortunately, this is not happening at the country level. Those who are the planner, they never come in the classroom. Those who are in the classroom, they never go for the planning. This disconnection is there. Otherwise, we believe me, I'll share in later. I'll share that we have got pockets and not recently during the age of computers. Way back. See, I'm from Aligarh Muslim University. So AMU is famous. BHU, Banaras Hindu University. Unfortunately, those were the planners, and I was there for almost 10 years. But not even a single day, some professor or the institutions or the university said, come on, we'll go to the city. Because Aligarh Muslim University, we only know that it's famous for Aligarh Muslim. Forget about university बनने से पहले ही Aligarh was famous for making laws. Why we don't have Aligarh Law University? Why we don't have Banaras, Banarsi Sadi University? So a university specifically focusing on making Banarsi sarees. So today we have been exported to rest of the world. हमारी बनारसी साड़ी कहीं और होती, कोल्हापुरी चप्पल कहीं और होता. But unfortunately, we are not looking from that angle. We have got plenty. Like I can give you share pockets. Lasalgaon. I asked in the classroom, where is Lasalgaon? Students from Maharashtra, they are looking at one another. Hey, Lasalgaon कुठे? बड़ा तुझे स्टेट मध्ये आहे लासलगाव, महाराष्ट्र में ही है, नासिक के पास है, and one of the largest producer of onion in the world, Asia. But what the system has done with Lasalgaon? Forget about Lasalgaon. I'll talk about Dharavi. What the system is doing with the Dharavi? Amazon is exploiting Dharavi. They are taking the products from there, and we as policy makers, we are going for the redevelopment of Dharavi. We are going to commercial हटाओ, वहाँ पे housing complex लेके आओ, where the commercial will go, which is providing employments. So that's why I said, no, actually we need to, those are the policy makers, let us come down, see, हमारे पास gems है, gems, as ma'am said, एक pockets में हमारे पास है, creativity इतना भरा हुआ, क्या बताऊँ आपको मैं, ये belt और ये shoes मैंने पहना है, Dharavi का है. The moment it moves from Dharavi and reaches, that linking road, cost variation में कितना आ जाता है, उस पे लेवल लगने के बाद it's become something else, but it is manufactured in Dharavi. Why we are not promoting it? So actually, what, as I said, let's give exposure to of these students, those who are graduating 17, 18 years, they are giving. Let them give practical exposure to the industry of what is happening. Give them practical exposure. Unfortunately, people from abroad, they are coming. They are using your land. Your land is my land. They are using my water and they are supplying water to me.
Sir, a quick follow-up. Before we bring in Parag sir, I just want to have one insights from you. Ashwak sir. Can we ask Ravi Kiran sir to please join us? Say. Sir, in your conversation, you have brought Aligarh Muslim University, Banaras Hindu University, but they are stalwarts of North India. I just want to understand from your side, knowing the fact that so many experiences you have got, number of years of experiences, what is that one change institution generally should implement immediately, knowing the fact that AI is everywhere, so far as employability is concerned?
Sir, I'm not going to touch upon AI because
Okay, what institution should does?
because last year we had vast data where we did very small one and vast students. We gave 100% placement to that. So if you decide, we can grow it. That's what my focus is, sir. If you decide at our own level, and a lot of things in this thing. If you decide on the same track, Rajdhani from Bombay to Delhi, no punctuality of time, attendance, everything will find. Good quality we provide. And since couple of years we are providing before AI, before all these computers came, before that also we have that service. And you can go through the data. There's that the gatekeeper who's there and the that they say हमको signal देने के लिए 10 बार सोचना पड़ता है राजधानी को लिए पश्चिम एक्सप्रेस के लिए उसी पे जनता भी चलती है जनता एक्सप्रेस किसी को टॉर्चर करना उसको बिठा दो बांद्रा टू अमृतसर जाना है so we have this two India actually. So those who are planners, if they decide हमको आत्मनिर्भर बनना है, believe me, we need to just locate the areas, and these areas are there. Again, I'm focusing on these areas. You move from Delhi to come to Kanpur. You have places, Muradabad, brassware, Khurja, ceramic wares, Aligarh, Tale, Kannauj, Idhar. Come down, Firozabad, bangles, glasswares. Come down, Kanpur, leather, Banaras, Bhadoi, carpets. What the system has done for this. Forget about UP, come to Bhiwandi. Bhiwandi was an handloom, largest producer of handloom in Asia. What we have done with that. Wagle Industrial Estate in Thane, what the system has done with that. They have trust them. So instead of being a supporter for them, I am telling that the system has to be supporter. Everybody will flourish. But I don't know what has gone wrong with the system. System is very impartial.
Okay.
वो आत्मनिर्भर भारत नहीं, वो foreign निर्भर भारत हमें बना. Sorry, thank you so much.
Okay, I'm not going to comment on that part.
Thank you, sir.
Parag sir, your insight.
Whenever we will talk about the AI, one sentence, I will focus on the one sentence, learning, adopting, relearning. These three words, if you accept it, you adopt it in your life, you will succeed for employability purpose, productivity purpose. AI has number of tools, ChatGPT, AI Gemini, or even there are napkin AI. The number of tools are available. Nowadays, 8th class, 9th class students, they are using these kinds of AI tools. And if you see that the many teachers, they are using the ChatGPT. Now, we can use these kinds of AI tools for as a teaching aids for preparation of the PPTs. Within the 5 minutes, we can prepare the PPTs. Within the 2 minutes, we can prepare the board. These kinds of, you have to give the AI. It means our role should be prompt engineer. This particular new term in the ChatGPT. Prompt engineer. It means you have to ask proper sentence, proper words. You will get the output from AI. So this kinds of promptness and this kinds of wordings required. And we have to accept this kinds of AI technology. You will get the number of jobs are available. There are so many jobs are available. Within 20 minutes, we can easily prepare our own website also. Every individual has to prepare own website because of adopting the AI. The AI is one of the, we can say, fastest growing. We can accept and we can move forward for Atmanirbhar, self-reliance purpose. So AI is essential, and already AI, it is not process. It is in our economy is there, and many sectors we adopted the AI technology. I will give certain examples afterwards.
Okay, can we have Kiran sir?
तो मैं लोग लेके लिख रहा है आत्मनिर्भर भारत complete आत्मनिर्भर is not possible in globalized world, but we can try to self-reliance. Okay, that is okay. But maximum self-reliance also will be depending upon the different situation. Because some of the things we don't have, we need to import it. So some of the things we may be having it, we need to export it. That is why Atmanirbhar, when we are talking about the import and export, that is little difficult thing. You need to be increasing the cost. So it is not available when your cost is increasing for the, when you are implementing such policies or Atmanirbhar. So dependency will continue, but we have to see that how much dependency we need to be. Another part is that AI. AI is just, I think that is the fear in the mind. What was the fear in the 90s of the computer? The same kind of fear is in the mind of ours. So when we adopted the computer, the same thing. We thought that would that will create productivity and then actually not. The thing happened with the AI also. We need to learn that AI tool, what is the source, as this expert has said that if we learn that AI tools, productivity will increase, that was may reduce. That is the important thing we need. We have to care about the AI and the problem of unemployment. We have to see that still important is the most things that we can adopt with the AI tools. Thank you.
Last few minutes left. Before we close, a quick rapid round, one-liner answer. Only one-line answer. One AI skill every student must learn.
They should be proficient in text, image, and video generation.
So, one-liner. One AI skill every student must learn.
There are so many there.
Only one.
Chat GPT is there.
Okay.
Gemini,
Okay.
AI Gemini.
Okay.
They just could learn what is the right platform.
Okay, we'll start from there only. One change needed in education immediately.
Immediately we need to adopt this AI.
Okay. Immediate change.
I will give the number of the startup. Around 2,23,000 plus startup registered in this 2026. It means fastest growing startup is going on. Many people are focusing and they are adopted this particular AI technology. So AI is the best for employability, improving our employability and productivity.
One line. We'll restrict it to one line.
Get connected, because in final year now in anything we are getting, every student has to get their on-job training. And my principal and the whole staff was breaking their heads. We have got more than 300 students where to send them. So if you are looking at BKC, you will hardly be able to place 10-15 students. Look at the look at your local bakeries, look at your local stores. So surrounding areas, look at them, you will get 100% placement.
Okay, one line, please.
One immediate change that we need to bring is to skill 2 months. Teachers have to go to industry and learn
Great.
what the business is.
Great. One word for the future of jobs. Last question. One word for the future of jobs.
Exciting.
One word for the future of jobs.
Business.
Mm-hmm.
Adopting AI for every sector. You have to adopt AI in every sector.
Okay. One word, sir.
Improve skills.
Amazing. So I'll conclude with a very simple thought. It was a wonderful discussion with all the panelists about AI, employability, and so on and so forth. So what conclusion we can draw over here is AI definitely will not replace people, that is for sure, right? But people who use AI will replace those who don't, isn't it? So, and Atmanirbhar Bharat will not be built by degrees alone. We need to understand that aspect as well. It will be built by skills, adaptability, how adaptable we are to the environment, and the ability to create. One of the panelists has said that we need to create a lot of content, we need to create a lot of stuff so that we can utilize the artificial intelligence effectively, isn't it? Because we are ultimately becoming a consumer of it. So I sincerely thank our panelists for their valuable insights and all of you for being such an engaged audience. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bharat Mata ki jai.
समीर सर Thank you, online participants. We'll be having a short lunch break after this. Yeah, thank you, all the online participants. Immediately after this, we'll be having a lunch break, and by 1:45, everyone will be resuming for their paper